Hello, I'm Kris Oldland. I'm the Editor-in-Chief of Field Service News, and I'm really pleased to be joined by Dan Sewell, who's the Chief Operating Officer of Espresso Service. And we're going to be talking about the journey that Dan's been through and his organisation have been through to achieve a closer element of service nirvana. Dan, great to speak to you. The starting point of this journey, I think, let's go right back to the beginning, where you originally had implemented a system that was kind of internally focused, wasn't quite the right aspects from what I understand, wasn't a dedicated FSN system. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, we're a service management business, and over recent years we've gone over to SAP, which is accounting package. And the salesman who sold SAP to our MD was such a good salesman. He actually sold a bolt-on, which was a service management package. However, it was done from an accounting perspective. Sure. So you kind of have this crazy situation where we're an independent service company. We only do service, and we're using an accounting package to do that. So really, with hindsight, it wasn't fit for purpose. And my journey with Espresso Service began just over 3 years ago. I was actually formerly a customer of Espresso Service, so I had a good feel for the shortcomings and issues with the service package that we had. So my brief was to go out and find a package that was fit for purpose, really scalable, and worked on not just for the service management company but also for the customer.
That's an interesting point to kind of focus in on, if I may. Having been a customer previously, I'm guessing you had a different insight than was probably existing in the organisation itself already. You mentioned some of the things like it wasn't fit for purpose. What were you feeling as pain points that Espresso Service weren't delivering at that point?
Well, I mean, it's an interesting conundrum, really, because you know there were two users in my mind for software service packages. There's the people that are actually using to drive revenue, and then there's the end user. Yeah. And so we really needed something that actually fitted both, you know, that gave insightful data in real time that was easy to use, but also enabled us to manage our engineers. And also, you know, when I joined the company, we quickly discovered that because our package was on our server, it often went down. So we were out looking for something that was on the cloud, always on. And actually, Tesseract was one of the software packages that we looked at. Okay,
so we'll come to Tesseract in a moment because I'll be keen to understand, you know, why that was the one that really leapt out above the others. But before we kind of get to that point, you've mentioned wanting to be on the cloud. You've mentioned the end user and improving service, and also I'm guessing there are financials involved. Can you describe what were the real key drivers that you kind of went, okay, we have to go and do this? Was it essential you were cloud-based? Was it essential that the engineer got the use? Did you work back from the use case study and find the software to fit?
Yeah, well, we did really, because you know my background is project management. So before doing this role, I worked for a multinational company. So we started off with getting a list of requirements. We had 120 requirements. They were internal requirements primarily. Yeah. But again, having been a customer, I felt I had a feel for what we needed, and we also asked some of our friendly customers. So we've had some customers that we've been giving them service for 30 years. So you know, it's quite easy to ask them for their input as well. So we had quite a detailed list of requirements, and we actually came up with a short list of 5 service package providers, Tesseract being one of them. So we sent out our list of requirements, asked the engineers, the salesmen. Yeah. Who, of course, being a salesman, would have put a positive spin on it, but we got a yes or no answer. Okay, we got a score, came up with a short list of 2, Tesseract being one.
And what was it then? So, what was it that Tesseract did better to get themselves over that line? Was it just the technology? Was it the way that the team worked with you?
Not really.
The future planning?
No,
what?
Not really. we had a short list of 2, and they you know, you could argue for both. Yeah. And for me, there were 2 things that it came down to. We're a small business, like Tesseract. We wanted a relationship and partnership. We wanted to feel that we would be a valued customer and that we could move things on together. So we really like the shared platform of Tesseract in the sense that if there's some development, everyone gets it. And I think that's quite unique in this field, because you generally always have to pay for upgrades. Yeah. So we like that. We like the software as a service concept as well. And ultimately, I felt that the salesman had a lot more credibility and was a lot more genuine. The other company, to be honest, I didn't take to the salesman, you know. And for us, we're a small business, and actually partnership's key. We see it as a positive relationship, and I never felt we'd get that with the other competitor.
And that's Dan Sewell there from Espresso Service. And if you'd like to see more from this exclusive interview, then you can follow the links below for a few more videos. Plus, be sure to subscribe to fieldservicenews.com by clicking the link at fieldservicenews.com/subscribe, where you'll find more information, more videos, resources, white papers and webinars, all geared to the field service professional. But for now, my name's Kris Oldland, I'm the Editor-in-Chief of Field Service News, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.